Lay out the ground sheet and identify all the poles. One of the most important things to do. Next, you'll see that Tom is feeding the poles through the sleeve. These make up the central roof arch. Notice he's taking it steadily, using the sleeve and gently pushing the pole. Always push your poles through the sleeves, never pull. Also, if anything becomes stuck, just take it steady. Why is it stuck? It might be caught on something. Don't push excessively, you may damage your tent. Just nice and gentle, working the pole and sleeve together. Next, lay out the legs, ready to assemble. At the bottom of each pole leg is a ring and pin and adjustable strap. Make sure you adjust this strap to make it easier to put the legs on. The legs just then slot onto the roof arch. They are shaped, so there's only one way around they can go. This is to stop them twisting in the wind. Tom locates one end of the pole on one pin, goes round, puts the other pin in, and then tightens up the strap to keep the pole nice and tight in place. We now lift the tent up, pulling up the rear of the tent. Only the back two legs are located on the pins. The rest of the legs are in position but not on the pins. This makes it easier to do later. Hook the guy line over an existing peg and then tension out with a couple of other guy lines to hold the tent in the upright position. Then if you get the corners, adjust the pegging straps outwards, slide a peg in and drive this home. Don't do up the straps yet, wait until we've got more of the tent pegged down. It will all become clear later. Tom's now at the front of the tent, having put the front legs onto the rings and pins, as you can see, and pulling up the front. Notice how we've left the front doors wide open and unzipped. This allows the air to get in on the standing ground sheet and allows the front of the tent to come up nicely. Tom is now slotting the last remaining legs in on the side to give the centre part of the tent its stability and structure. Slotting the legs onto the sort of sockets, pushes that in, and then lifts the tent up and locates it on the pin at the bottom, and then tightens the strap up afterwards. Now all the poles are in position, we clip the supporting clips on the side, making sure the guy lines aren't caught up. Now all the poles are in position, we go down and adjust the tent, bearing in mind the back corners pegged, and tidy up the framework, working our way towards the front. You now look, Tom's got a nice neat straight line down the side of the tent, and we're getting ready to now peg the front corners. Good plastic pegs if the ground's soft. We're here on wood chip, will obviously grip the ground a lot better. Grab the front corner, making sure the adjusting strap's nice and undone. Slide the peg through the pegging point and drive the peg in. Trying to keep the peg at an angle of about 45 degrees to maximise its effectiveness. You may need to take this peg out again later if you're readjusting, but young Tom's quite good. Now you've got your tent pegged out down the sides and nice and neatly done. Tie through the guy lines, maximise the length of the guy lines to give the maximum stability. Obviously a bit restricted here with other tents around, but always maximise. And again, tent pegs at an angle of 45 degrees. We now have the tent erected and ready for occupation and laying out the inner tents. Lay out the inners on the floor of the tent and then secure them at the base onto the clips and round the back edge. Next, use the toggles and eyelets to suspend the inner tent, and then also use the eyelets and toggles at the top and the buckle clips. Tom's a little bit short, but you can use a small step to neat this up. Then what we'll be doing is showing you how to roll back an inner tent door nice and neatly. Roll it back, always running on the inside, it looks neater. The same with your tent doors, always roll them back on the inside, that way if rain comes, it'll look neater. That's our take on how to put up a Monte Verde 900 from Vango. Most tents of this shape go up the same way, and we hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks.